Hello everyone, how's it going? In this video, we're going to talk about Palantir, trading under the ticker symbol PLTR. The financial market has been going through very volatile swings recently, and one of the most talked about and sought after stocks is Palantir. In this video, we will go through what the company does and what it represents, the recent price action, the company's financials, and my recommendation regarding whether it should be bought, sold, or held. If you appreciate my content, please consider to drop a like, comment, and to subscribe to my channel. Also, please check out and use the links in the description section, as every help is greatly appreciated. Over the past few weeks, Palantir initially gave us a lot of hope before dipping back once again. And, the hope was once it gets above $10, where is going to be the limit, right? Sky might be the limit, space might be the limit. And then the next thing that we know is that Palantir going back below $8. This really has spooked many people, and at the time, some have also predicted that, Palantir might go below 6, below 5, and so on. But what we ended up seeing is that the market, like I've said before, it no longer wants to send Palantir anywhere lower, simply because it believes that it fell low enough. So ultimately, Palantir, just like Nasdaq as a whole, has been waiting for the macroeconomic environment to be clearer in order to determine which direction they want to go next. So whether it should, start to make new highs, if it should go to a prolonged period of price corrections, what is going to be the right price for Palantir? Will Palantir still have a place in the economy of tomorrow? All these kinds of things, some of them might have been answered, but many others are still waiting for a clear conclusion from the macro trends. In the meantime, the worries regarding data safeguarding and the usage of data continues to be an ongoing issue for many. And I would say that if back in 2020 and 2021, this kind of worries haven't really blossomed in the public discourse regarding Palantir, I think that in the years to come, this might become once again a central topic, especially knowing that Palantir is very, chummy with the intelligence community as well as different government departments. This kind of thing, it really rubs people the wrong way. So this is why I would have the impression that Palantir also needs time and to a certain extent secrecy to thrive in the dark. Whereas because it's a meme stock, I don't think that this is really going to help Palantir in the long term. So with that being said, the underlying technology, the quality of its clients, the safety of the revenue streams and of cash flows, the fact that, and we will cover the financials, the fact that they have a positive gross margin are all very important for me. I think that what this means is that the business model works. Now it's just a question of scale and of tweakings. So that's what I think about Palantir overall. If we look at the long-term price action of Palantir, we must ask ourselves whether this company has a place in the economy of tomorrow or the day after tomorrow. Palantir Technologies is a software company specializing in providing big data analytics and management solutions to various industries. The company's flagship product, Palantir Gotham, is a powerful platform helping organizations to make sense about the data and provide advanced data integration, analysis, and visualization models. One of the key features of Palantir Gotham is its ability to integrate data from a wide variety of sources. It can work with structured and unstructured data like text, images, and videos, handling data in multiple formats and languages. It makes an ideal solution for organizations having data spread across multiple systems and departments. Palantir Gotham also provides advanced data analysis capabilities, including natural language processing, machine learning, and predictive analytics. These features allow the organizations to uncover hidden insights and patterns in their data, which can be used to make better decisions and improve business performances. For example, a bank can use Palantir Gotham to analyze customer data and identify patterns indicating a high risk of fraud or a potential loss of customers. Palantir Gotham also provides secure role-based access to data. The platform uses a combination of technical controls and policy-based access controls to make sure that only the authorized users can access the sensitive data. This is very important for organizations like the financial institutions, which are subject to strict regulatory requirement for security and privacy. Palantir's solution is widely used by government and intelligence agencies and financial institutions, consulting firms, and other kinds of companies around the world. The platforms can help these organizations to make sense of complicated situations and to identify possible solutions. In conclusion, Palantir Technologies is a leading provider of big data analytics and management solutions. Its flagship product, Palantir Gotham, is a powerful platform helping organizations to make sense about what their data are trying to tell them and to make better decisions. Their solutions can be highly customizable and can be tailored to the specific needs of different organizations, making it a valuable company for the global economy. As we look at Palantir's financials, the first thing that is noticeable is the positive gross margin. Above all else, this is a decent reminder that the company's core business seems to work. It is true that the revenue has been growing slowly over the past quarters, which sparkles worries from investors. But the fact that the gross margin is even positive to begin with suggests that this business model is valid and can be scaled up, which can solve the problem once they reach a certain critical mass of clients. We should remember that Palantir's revenue managed to grow despite the very difficult environment it operates in. The cash flow reports suggest that despite having a net loss, Palantir can self-finance significant portions of its operations, with positive cash flow at the end of each quarter ever since Q1 of 2021. This would mean that the pressure of Palantir to go through rounds of share dilutions would be relatively low. Another significant aspect to consider is the liabilities. This is relatively under control and has fluctuated slightly over time. In terms of shareholders, there is around 34% of institutional ownership amongst Palantir's shareholders. This means that Palantir does have a significant endorsement from money managers, but they are largely outnumbered by retails, and there will be a significant number of people going in and out of the stock based on the market movements and based on the last-minute news announcements. This would mean that Palantir is good for investment, but we must also be beware of people who are still hoping to profit off the swings and don't blink when small volatilities occur. One key behavioral difference between institutional and retail shareholders is their investment horizon. Institutional shareholders tend to take long-term view with a focus on a company's fundamentals and growth prospects. They're also less likely to engage in short-term trading and are less affected by the market volatility. In contrast, retail shareholders tend to focus more on the short-term gains and are more likely to make decisions based on the market sentiment and news. This can lead to more active buying and selling and can result in higher volatility in the stock price. Another behavioral difference is that institutional shareholders might be more active and involved into the governance. On the other hand, the retails tend not to bother too much. After all, as far as the retail traders are concerned, they've bought a piece of paper or actually a few letters on a statement of investment account, and they want to see this number grow. Currently, there are 4.2 million shares shorted against Palantir. Some believe that this might be a possibility for a short squeeze because the 4.2 million shares would need to be redeemed at some point, and right now it takes several days to recover. With that being said, I believe that Palantir currently has a certain number of short positions against it because of genuine belief that Palantir will have some serious headwind against it, and it's not necessarily concerted. It's important to note that the short interest is not a guarantee of a short squeeze, but is also a very important metric to monitor nevertheless. It's worth considering that the short sellers may have valid reasons for their bearish sentiment, and a short squeeze may not happen regardless of how many stars are being aligned. My recommendation for Palantir is to start buying now and to keep enough allocation to spread out over the next years, so like at least 2 to 3 years, so that the short-term volatilities don't matter that much. The holding period should be measured in at least months, if not years as well, with a clear emphasis on the long-term investing and not just trading the highs and the lows in the short term. I would say that the maximum exposure should be between 3 to 5% of your portfolio, and that your profit taking should occur when it kind of doubles over the years. Like if Palantir is now trading above $20, then I would say that that's a decent timing to start unloading some of your positions. If it reaches 30, 50, you see what I mean? But regardless, I think that Palantir is a company that can have a future in the economy of tomorrow. So if we give it enough time, it's going to reward us handsomely.